Hello. Oh, see, someone is already here. Joanna, good to see you again. How are you today? Will you let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me properly? That would be fantastic. So I can. Nadia, welcome. So if you want to post in the chat and let everybody see that you are hearing and seeing me, you can post to all panelists and attendees. I hope that we have a bit of sound, and yes. Hi Nadia, good to see you. Can you hear me and see me hopefully? I just love, yes, fantastic. It's always good to have some sort of a confirmation that things are working out. Since I'm again today, like every other day this week, I've been without my tech support and my tech expert. So just one more minute to go. So I'll just start by introducing myself shortly. I am Emily. I'm from Sweden. I'm a Swedish yoga teacher and a studio owner. We are actually right now in my studio where I teach and also where I film all my videos, basically, most of them. And I'm doing these 5 days of live yoga for you to have the opportunity to try out to do yoga every day for 5 days and maybe hopefully see some of the benefits and changes that can happen to your life when you do that. And I do this as a part of marketing my program, the Modern Yogi Master Program, which is designed to create a yoga routine by doing short but intense flows every day. Welcome, Angelica. And because I strongly believe and experience that consistency is the key. And I really want you to win this program. I want the participants to create a habit that will help them to do yoga every day for the rest of their life, to give them yoga as a tool for health and happiness. Welcome, Abhinav. Good to see you today. So it's 1 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna start. Gonna do yet another fun flow today. Gonna have yeah, it's gonna be active, let's say it like that. So just gonna check my checklist. So much tech to consider. Today I want you to just get started in a comfortable seat, somewhere around the center of your mat. Wiggle it out, find a bit of contact, your sitting bones down towards the mat. Place your hands maybe on your knees or in your lap. Close down your eyes. And straight away start to take some long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And feel that every inhale creates the length from your sitting bones. Feel as they ground down, and let that inhale create length along your spine to the top of your head, like lifting your top of the head up towards the ceiling. And let your exhales lower your shoulders down and start to create that engagement through your lower core, lifting your navel up and back towards the spine. See if that engagement can give you the sense that you're pressing the air out using your lower core. And just take a short moment to feel into your body. Feel the weight of your body, the contact to the mat, your hands, either on your knees or on your thighs, the weight of your hands. And then feel into all the areas where you feel your breath. your nose, throat, the chest, the diaphragm, the belly. And just for a short moment, rest your awareness on your breath and let that be your point of focus. And if you want to set an intention for this class, I encourage you to do it now. It could be an intention of being more aware of your breath, an intention that is more physical, to focus on really movement to breath, breath to movement. Or it can be a more spiritual intention of gratitude, of self-love. Just take a moment and feel into whatever you feel like today, whatever resonates with you at this moment. Take one more deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. And the next inhale, open your eyes, sweep your arms up. See that your palms are touching as you gaze up. And then as you exhale, just a gentle twist to the side, your right fingertips to the mat, leaning over to the right. Open the chest to the ceiling. Really see if you can gaze up underneath that left armpit. Inhale, back to center, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, gentle twist or gentle side switch rather to the left, fingertips down. Open the chest just a tiny bit more up. And exhale, deepen just the stretch and really feel like you're grounding now through your right hip all the way, stretching all the way to your right fingertips. Inhale, center, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart, lean forward and come to all fours. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And from here, turn your fingers so that they point out towards the sides of the mat. I'm going to show from this. And then we're just going to do a couple of rocks from side to side, warming up into your wrists. And as you lean, just really feel that you're leaning and pressing in through to your fingertips as you lean into that side. And do a couple of circles, just one direction. See here if you can still keep your core engaged, change direction. So lifting your navel up and back towards the spine. And come to stillness. Turn your fingers to the top of the mat. And inhale, drop your belly down. Gaze up, draw your chest in between your shoulders and sit back towards your heels. Keep them tucked. Exhale, round forward, gaze towards the navel. Inhale, sit back. And exhale, rounding forward. A couple of more, follow your breath. Inhale and exhale forward. And see how you can use your breath and the movement to find a little bit more expansion each time. Warming up through the spine, back and forth. Stay and on all fours. Maybe step your hands forward a tiny bit, just so you have enough space to step back into our first high plank. From here, press the mat away, press out through your heels, lift your navel and tuck your tail slightly, press up between your shoulder blades, and then shift your weight forward. So come high up onto your toes, press into your fingertips and come back. Inhale it forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Two more, forward and back. And then the next time we come forward, we're gonna do some chaturanga push-up. If you've been practicing with me, you know I love them. So shift your weight forward, either bring your knees down or keep them up. And we're gonna go halfway down, inhale, stay at 90 degrees, press it up. Four more, halfway down, press it up, down, press it up, down, press it up. I think this was the last one, down, I lost count. Press it up, and this time, go super slow down. Use the core, feel that you have like a string that is lifting you up from your navel, slow, 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 and all the way down. Untuck your toes, widen between your feet. Place your fingertips to the outside of the mat. And then let the next inhale, lift your chest. Engage your entire back body. Really out through your toes. Engage your glutes. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll up. Maybe a little bit higher this time. Exhale down. Inhale to roll up. Exhale down. One last time. Inhale, rolling it up. Really draw your shoulder blades together. Stay. Lift the chest. Into use. Engage through the back of your legs. Exhale down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back into just a short movement. Wiggle it out in child's pose. Already got my heart rate up. I hope yours is too. And then come to all fours. Tuck your toes. Feel the engagement through your core. Then sweep your right leg back, straight back, with an inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to press through your left foot. And as you straighten your left leg, draw that right knee in towards the chest. Knee to nose, round the spine. Come back down, inhale, exhale, press up and round. Inhale, drop the knee, exhale, press away and round. Once more, inhale, exhale, round in, gaze in between your hands. Press the mat away, and as you exhale, release your right foot in between your hands, lower the sole of the left foot, bend down into your right knee, press it to the pinky toe edge, and windmill your arms to warrior two. Sink your shoulders, press firmly out through the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Then with your next inhale, I want you to sweep your right arm up, and at the same time, your left arm moves forward, leaning over your right knee, your left leg rather. And as you exhale, all the way over to the right. Left arm tall, long, and right arm like you're handing the left foot something. Inhale, up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, sweep up, find length, move slow, use the core as a control. Once more, inhale it up. Exhale, down and stay. And then release the right arm up. Have that imaginary big ball, palms are facing. Keep going. Open the chest a little bit more to the side. It's hard. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, come back to warrior two. Then circle your left arm all the way down and up. High lunge, just as a transition. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Lean in over your right knee. And then release your left leg from the mat. Sweep it up, warrior three. Press firmly down through your right foot. Keep the left glute engaged. Press out through the sole of your left foot. Keep the core super strong. Next inhale, arm sweep up. Draw your left knee in towards the chest. And from here, maybe challenge yourself with a straight left leg. Challenge your left hip flexors. Bend it back down. And then right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Left arm to the back. Stand tall. Just to use the inhale to press down through the sole of your right foot and lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Stay in balance. If you want to challenge yourself, you can grab the pinky toe edge of your left foot and straighten that leg out. Keep the core deeply engaged. That will keep the stability in the pose. Inhale, release it back down. Sweep your arms up, and as you exhale, slowly and control, release your left toes to the back. Lower the left knee. Sweep your arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, drop the fingertips to the mat. Straighten your right leg. Halfway lift. Stick your sitting bones out to the back. Lift the chest to the front. And then as you exhale, with the core engaged, folding over your right leg. And while we're here, I want to remind you about the activity in this pose. I want you to press firmly down through your front heel, your right one that is, and feel as if you're pulling that heel in towards your left knee. So really, when you do that, you're going to really feel that your right hamstring is starting to fire up. And that will give you not only great flexibility, but also great strength in that hamstring. Next, inhale, bend back into your right knee, and then heel toe your right foot over to the left. Sink your shin down, sink your hips, untuck your left toes, fingertips to the outside, lift the chest, maybe lift your hands, draw your shoulder blades together, inhale to gaze up, and then exhale, folding down if it feels good, or just stay wherever you find it to be at least a little bit comfortable. I still want you to feel something, whether it's in your left hip flexor or somewhere deep in your right hip. Please maybe close down your eyes and see if you can work on that area, on those tensions, using your breath. If you're all the way down, use the next inhale to climb back up. Bring all of your weight into your right glute and sweep your left leg forward. Rolling all the way down, bring your feet up towards the ceiling, lift your chest, lift your arms, and then inhale, drop your arms overhead, drop your feet as close to the mat as you can, but keep contact, lower back to mat, exhale, come back up. Inhale, drop it down, exhale. Inhale to down, come down, exhale, up. Once more like this, down and up. Next one, drop it down, and when you exhale, bring your right knee in towards the chest. Down with an inhale, left knee in. Drop it down, right knee, down, and left knee. Once more each side. Down, right, down, and left. Grab hold of the backs of your thighs and start to do a couple of rolls. Maybe scoot yourself forward. Rolling like a ball. Great way to massage the spine. I love these rolls. Next time you roll forward, come all the way forward, make your way into a high plank, however you get there. When you're there, inhale to shift your weight forward, exhale to chaturanga, keep your elbows in. Inhale for upward facing dog. Really engage your legs, lift the chest, exhale to downward facing dog. Great work, that was one side. Next, inhale, roll it forward. Come as high up onto your toes as you can. Round the spine, gaze towards the navel. Come to high plank. Then exhale to lower your knees down. Set it up as before. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, make sure your toes are tucked and sweep your left leg back. Exhale, press it down, round in, knee to nose. Inhale, drop the right knee. Exhale, press away. Inhale down, exhale to round. Inhale, come down, exhale, round in. Last one, drop it down. Exhale, round in and stay. Inhale to create space. Exhale, release your left foot in between your hands. Lower the sole of the right foot. Make sure you have a good stance. Windmill your arms, warrior two. Take a deep breath here, maybe gazing up over your left fingertips. Should maybe gazing down to see that your left knee is not falling in. And really find a pressing action down and out through the outside of your right leg. We're gonna do the sweeps again. So left palm to the ceiling. The right arm swings to the front. Inhale, like a modified reverse warrior. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale. Really see that you use the core. Keep your legs super stable. Just press firmly down through the soles of your feet and forward. Once more, all the way up. And this time, forward and stay. Release your left hand, palms facing, open the chest to the sky. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Next inhale, circle your right arm all the way down to the top, finding high lunge. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Spring to the top, warrior three. One inhale here, finding length, really finding a pressing action through the sole of the right foot, and exhale. Next inhale, sweeps your arms up. And maybe if you did it on the other side, challenge yourself with that straight leg. Bring it back in, left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right arm sweeps back, maybe gazing out over your right shoulder. Enjoy the wiggles of your left ankle. If you did it on the other side, you can grab hold of the pinky toe edge of your right foot, but keep the chest lifted. Firmly press down through your left foot to stand super tall. Use the core to create even more depth in your rotation. And all the way back, sweep your arms up, and then exhale slowly with control. Lower the toes, lower the knees, sweep your arms up, inhale, exhale. Finally, a little bit of release in half Hanuman, lift halfway, inhale, exhale to fold. But even if this is a little bit less intense than what we just did, still keep the engagement down through your heel, driving towards the knee to find that hamstring activation. And then bend into your left knee, heel toe your left foot to the right, lower the shin, untuck your toes, fingertips to the outside, just maybe gazing out over your right shoulder to see that you have length in your right leg. Lift the chest, inhale, exhale, maybe release the hands for a little bit more of a lift and a core activation, and then release to where you were on the other side. A couple of breaths here. But even if we are also still in a more relaxed pose, try to keep focus on the areas where you hold tension and try to find a position where you feel that you are working with those areas. Let the next inhale bring you back up, leaning into your left glute to sweep your right leg forward, rolling all the way down. Make sure you have space behind you, toes to the ceiling, arms up, chest up. Inhale, drop the hands, drop the feet. Exhale, lift up. See if you can find a little bit more of a lift when you're at the top. Lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to drop. Exhale, lift up. Once more like this. Inhale, exhale. Next time we draw the left knee in. Yes. And right knee in. Straighten, left knee. Straight and right knee. Once more each side. Left, you're doing great. These are tough, I know. And grab hold of the back of your thighs, maybe shake your head out. And then do a couple of rolls. We got one little last vinyasa left and a little bit of a relaxing stretch. So next time you roll forward, roll all the way to the top, make your way into high plank. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Then shift your weight forward, gaze forward, keep a long spine, and then exhale to chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Great work. Next inhale, lifts your heels, rounding it forward, all the way into high plank. Exhale, drop the knees down, and sit all the way back. That was, at least for me, quite sweaty. And from here, I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. You can find any distance from your butt to your heels that you find comfortable, but try to sit tall. So try to sit with a tall spine. See that your sitting bones are in contact with the mat. So avoid this. See if you can really stick your butt out and make sure that your sitting bones have contact with the mat, with the earth below you. And lift your chest. And at the same time, release your shoulders down. Keep the lift of the navel. And then if it feels good, just slowly climb it forward. Finding release in your hip. Maybe close down your eyes and see, and just notice how it feels in your body. Feel that your breath is returning to its natural pace. And feel your heart. And also be aware of any other sensation in your body. Maybe the heat that is created. Maybe a bit of sweat on your forehead. And then bring it back up. And release your legs out. I'm going to do one forward fold, so release any flesh from your sitting bones. Sweep your arms up and sit super tall. The same here, really feel that you have contact with the mat, but still stretching your fingertips up to the sky. And then lead with your heart. Fold from the hip, gaze forward. And when you find your edge, when you start to round the back, then just round in and release. You can release any activation from your legs. Just let your feet drop out to wherever they want. Release your shoulders, maybe shaking your head out. Maybe resting your head onto you can bring your fists like a little shelf. And then come all the way up. Come back to where we started in an easy seat. Sweep your arms up, gaze up, see your palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Thank yourself for investing this time in yourself today. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to take, wow, I look really hot today. I'm going to take a short moment to talk a little bit about the Modern Yoga Master Program. And I hope that today I'm not going to talk about exactly the same thing that I did yesterday. So I'm going to share my screen, and if I would love for you to just write to me in the chat if you can see my screen, because it has happened that it all looks perfect from my side, but not from you, from where you are. Well done. I'm hoping that you can see these words and not just me. If anyone would just confirm that, I would be super happy. So yes, good. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much. So the Modern Yoga Master Program is an 8-week yoga program that is starting this Sunday. And it contains weekly workshops. So it's where you will create depth in your yoga practice through this workshop. And also the group that I have now, we have been deciding that we are going to try, at least for the second part, maybe for the last 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to work towards a common goal. Thank you, Angelica. So good to see you. Hope to see you tomorrow. And we're going to work towards a common goal. We're still discussing, but it might be handstand or some other fun thing. And if you're totally intimidated by that, I will make sure that you feel completely safe. Good, Joanna. See you tomorrow. So, and in this, there is, of course, a community with a closed Facebook group where you will be being able to inspire others, and others will inspire you. Of course, there will be a daily practice, because my entire intention with this program is to make yoga a consistent part of your life. I want this to be a tool that you can use to stay happy and healthy for the rest of the life, because that is what yoga does for me. And I think it is a fantastic tool to just build strength and stay strong and stay mobile and flexible as you age. So this is the main focus of this program, that I want to create a consistent yoga practice for you by encouraging you to do yoga every day. So today I was just going to tell you a little bit about my story around yoga and why I'm doing this, and a little bit what this did for me. So this was me in 2014. I had 2 small children. I was working full-time as a UI and UX designer, and I was constantly feeling tired. I was crashing on the couch every evening after putting the kids to bed. I was never feeling that there was enough for me, and I was failing to be present both in my family life and at work. And there was no time for self-care, even though I absolutely realized that the lack of self-care was just driving me further down this low energy spiral that I was in. But sometime in 2015, I was making an effort to pull myself together and get off that couch, and I started to browse workout inspiration on Pinterest because I was still working out. I loved working out, but I didn't have that super, like, that passion for something. But on Pinterest, I found this image of Keena McGregor doing a handstand scorpion, and I was completely blown away because I wasn't even aware that this was yoga. I was thinking this was just like something you saw in a circus. But this kind of opened up a completely new world with like a lot of fun and inspiring and challenging things that I could learn. So this was the start of my modern yoga journey, because I've been doing yoga since 1999. But then in this time, this led me to finding Vinyasa flow, and I was immediately hooked. It felt like coming home. I had never been moving like this before. It was like a dance, but it was strong, and it was control, and they had acrobatic stuff in it, and it was that amazing combination of strength and flexibility that I felt like I'd been looking for that in my entire life, and there it was. So this became my goal. Of course, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, I'm going to do that. But I have never been a dancer. I've never been a gymnast. I was into horse riding when I was a kid, and so was this even possible? What I did is I started to practice strong vinyasa flows like the one we've done today every day to build strength and flexibility, and it takes time. And of course, I practiced my handstand because at the time I couldn't at all hold a handstand and absolutely not put my feet on my head. But you cannot practice handstands for hours every day. That will like ruin your wrists. And so what I did, I was just building strength through these strong flows. And when you move like this, you will build strength that you didn't even realize you could build, because you work with muscles, the big muscles, the small muscles, you work statically, dynamically. It's just such an amazing mix of movement. And I started to practice every day. Actually, at that time, I decided I was going to do yoga 300 days that year. And this is me maybe a month ago or so. And how did I do this? The answer is I had a clear goal for myself. I had a clear path. I invested in a lot of programs that took me from A to B, that helped me decide what to do every day. Because that is when you had too much time or too much things going on, it's really hard to find that perfect class to do every day. Because you're like, I guess everybody has the experience of Googling yoga on YouTube, and you have like a zillion results, and you try one and it wasn't what you wanted. So I invested in a clear path where you had programs like practice calendar, or something that I was told to do every day. I created a routine for myself, something that reminded me that I was going to do this. I created the routine. I was having my mat out to keep me aware of that I have a yoga thing going on. And I realized the importance of the consistency. It took about 50 days before I actually found that yoga was just something. When I came down from putting the girls to sleep, I just put on my yoga outfit and I rolled out the mat. And that was not something that I really thought about. It was just something that I do, like you go and you brush your teeth before going to bed. And that is exactly how I wanted to be. And I actually did the exact same with meditation about a little bit more than 2 years ago. I decided I was going to do the exact same thing. And it took about 50 days. Then it's a routine. I just put my alarm on super early. I get up before everyone else. I go out. Now I go out in my greenhouse. I meditate for 30 minutes. It's just something I do. And that is this program that I want to I want you to experience with this program. But I also realized that community was super important. When I had bad days, when I was feeling less inspired, I found Instagram, and I had a community there where I could be inspired. And if I was crashing on the couch, I was just like, oh, let's go and see if I can find some inspiration in my community. And that really helped me to find that motivation. And also I had good guides. I invested, as I said, a lot of programs, and I chose my instructors with care. And I really found someone that resonated with me, and the way they moved resonated with how I want to move. So if you decide to join this program, the goal that I have for you is that you should feel great in body and mind. You should be able to age without pain, and you should build confidence on and off the mat, because that is what strength does, because you do become very strong from vinyasa flow. And strength, when you become physically strong, it also builds an amazing mental strength. You become confident, and you just know when you start moving towards, when you challenge yourself with different poses that you might have never thought that you would do. It's such a confidence boost. You can grow 100% when you just start to do something and you find that, oh my God, I can do this. I would have never thought that. And also the goal is, as I said, to create a routine that you will do the rest of your life. I strongly believe, I have decided for myself that I will never stop doing yoga, because it's just something that makes me feel amazing from the inside and out. So of course there are some pros and cons of this. The pros are that this program is a clear path to get stronger and more flexible than you have ever been before. And I can guarantee that, actually. It's even if you've been working out, this creates amazing strength and amazing flexibility that is also sustainable. You will learn how to be more present in your life, and you will have the improved physical strength will build confidence and make you grow in other areas of your life. For example, your work area, your family, your personal area. You will also feel less stressed, and you will learn how to take time for yourself each day, even if it's just for 20 or 30 minutes. You will learn that precious time, it's going to make all the difference in your life quality. And the cons is, of course, it's an investment in time and money, and you don't know for sure that it will work for you. You don't know until you've tried. And maybe you practice yoga, you haven't practiced with me before, or now you have, but you don't really know me as a teacher. So the price for this is today, it's $11.97. It's actually $24.97, but for this group, the price is $11.97 if you pay it all at once, or you can pay $450 for 3 months, and then you pay in a total of $13.50. So by paying it all at once, you save $153. And just a short reminder what you get the 8-week program, the Modern Yoga Master program. There are 5 live classes and Q&As. So after the live class, you will have the opportunity, we'll speak, we will be on, so I can see you, and you have the opportunity to ask me anything. And you can get feedback on anything you're working on at that time. And as I said, you have the daily practice. So most of the times it's going to be 20 minutes a day, like we just did. I think you notice that it's a good, you get your heart rate up, and you have a lot of movement, and it's efficient. You don't need to practice 2 hours every time. 20 or 30 minutes a day is absolutely sufficient. The most important thing is that you keep doing it pretty much every day, because that is so much more effective than going to the studio and practice 2 hours once a week. The difference that is going to make that consistency is huge. Everybody asks me, how did I get such an advanced practice? It's because I practiced every day, not because I invested 2 hours every week at the yoga studio. I practice, maybe my usual practice is about 30 minutes a day. And then sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's 30, and sometimes, most of the times I just do some drills afterwards. I play with handstand or whatever I feel like playing with that day. So that is the trick, to practice consistently. And that is what I want to give you with this program. And you have the 8 workshops. So maybe 4 are going to be more general, where we will be working with setting the goal, creating the routine, and then getting into the physical practice, how the transitions, because in the vinyasa practice, the transitions are equally important to the actual poses. So there are some tricks that you can do to get the most out of your practice and do the transitions in a more smooth way. So I will share all of these tricks, and I will also do a bit about back bends, around flexibility, like splits and stuff, and also around arm balances and handstands, of course, or inversions. And then for the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks, we will be doing some nice practicing towards a common goal. And then you will have some drills to do every day that will take you towards that goal. So it's actually a really fun way. If we decide on the handstand, it's an amazing opportunity to get, like me as a handstand coach. This is something I do. I have several private clients where I teach handstand. This is what I do with my privates, basically. I teach them how to handstand. And you will, as I said, have the Facebook group where you will inspire each other, and you will be the inspiration for others. And this is where you will also be able to, I will be there and I will cheer you on the way, because I encourage you to post when you have practice. Maybe not every day, but I mean, every now and then during the week. So I know that you keep on track. And you will have full access to my yoga library, which is a huge library now with like 50 or 60 videos, all different lengths and focuses. And you will have, I have added 3 bonuses to this offer right now. And the first one is that you get a year-long membership in my monthly membership program. And that is super good, because after these 8 weeks, this is a perfect way to stay on track, because for 1 year, you will have a weekly schedule from me where I have decided on 3 classes that you're going to do that week. And I do this already, and it's like super efficient. People get so much out of it, because it's the same kind of strategy. You have that clear path. You have somebody who has told you, this is what you're going to do this week. And then you do that and you post in the group, and they will cheer you on and I will cheer you on. So that is super. And you get a new class every week, because I always create a new class for those communities every week. So it's not going to be all the same. And as I said, so many classes, and I kind of curate the schedules so that you get a little bit of everything. You get maybe one that is more for the back bends, maybe you get a side one or a hip one. It's not going to be like 3 twisting classes. I curate them so that it's going to be like well-rounded. And the second bonus is you get full lifetime access to my chakra bundle and my core program, which is the chakra bundle is 7 super nice flows that are not available anywhere else. And they are all, of course, designed to balance and stimulate your chakras. So they're very varied and they're really, really, really nice. And my core program is a 14-day program where I have collected, they're about 5 to 8 minutes every time. And these are the core exercises that I used when I worked towards handstand and towards advancing my practice. I've collected them into shorter videos, so you can do them after class or before class, and it will give you a super good core workout. For example, one example is the one we did today, which I love. So just shortly, what this program is not. This is not your online program that you stick in a folder and never do, because I will be there all the time during your journey, and I will hold you accountable. If I see that you disappear from the Facebook group and I don't hear from you, I will reach out to you and ask you what's going on, and I will remind you that you have committed to this and committed to yourself, and I will get you back on track. And there is also already a lovely group of people who are waiting to inspire you and be inspired by you. So this is a bit more than just your regular download program. It's a program where I am your coach at all times. So the weekly summary is that you get a video workshop. You have your daily practice, about 20 minutes. 1 or 2 classes per week are going to be about 30 minutes, maybe some of 40. and a live class every second week. So we do live classes now on Sunday, and then week 3, 5, 7, and 8. So there are 5 live classes all in all. And after the live class, you have the Q&A, where you can get personal feedback and help. And since this makes 6 days of activity each week, you also have a rest day. And during that rest day, I will give you a guided meditation or yoga nidra that you can do to get a bit more into the mentality and get a bit of that relaxation and the benefits of taking time to meditate and to be present and relax. Yes, I told you about this. So, and the last bonus, I didn't tell you about this. Oh no, someone who just left and missed it. The last bonus is a one-on-one session with me, and 1-hour session where I will help you on whatever you want to. So you can bring anything that you're working on. If you're working on a headstand or a wheel pose or whatever you want to work on, you bring that to that session and I will guide you. And I already do a lot of privates on Zoom, so I know how to do this. And I'm really good at just looking at you and see where you need to put in the work in order to make stuff work out for you. So that is the last bonus that you get if you register now, but there are only a few left actually. So make sure not to miss out. And I think that was it for today. Yeah, I think that should be the last one. So I don't really know how to go back. Maybe I'm gonna exit this and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen to say a nice goodbye. So Angelica and Nadia, you're still left here. So good. And thank you so much for staying throughout the entire presentation. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you being present here today and sharing your practice with me. And I really hope to see you tomorrow again for day 4 out of 5 of these 5 days of yoga. So tomorrow we'll do something fun again, something different. And I wish you have a beautiful rest of your day, whether it's morning or afternoon or wherever you are in the world. Just hope that you have a lovely day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Namaste. Bye, Nadia. Bye, Angelica.